And hello, everyone. And welcome to tonight's short session of RNG Presents the Dark Veil.
The Dark Veil. I'm a little bit smaller than normal. Short session.
Oh
no.
Ran a bit late, and also everything updated at the same time, so there's that. Tonight's stream is sponsored by
Books! Lots and lots of books!
Books.
Oh, hell yeah. Read them. Put them on your face. Absorb the words.
Stick 'em in a stew.
In a stew. I was gonna say the same thing.
Don't do that with books.
I was muted though. I had to unmute myself.
Don't do that with books. If you boil a book, don't ever let me find out. Either you guys or listeners or government.
Straight to hell.
Government.
I gotta go real quick.
Definitely don't stick them in a stew. That's just...
Alright. Without further ado, because we don't have much time. When we last left off... Actually, you know what? I want to change the song for this. I like this one a little bit better. When we last left off, our group of adventurers, having bested Tim the Conqueror in combat within the
Suck it, Tim.
chamber of Forte Verus, suddenly heard a clapping resonating from the back of the audience chamber as one blue-scaled, golden-toothed kobold revealed himself from behind the throne. Crit Cack, the crime lord of Berkshire and its southern region, revealed to you all that this was somewhat of a test. Not for yourselves, but for Tim, actually. It was a sort of test to see if he would be worthy of ascending the ranks, to show his leadership and his power, and he had unfortunately, well, fortunately for you all, failed in that endeavor. It was revealed that Kritkak had said that your interests aligned in some way, and that you would be finding out later on down the road how much you had in common. And so he was looking forward to seeing how you grew and how you spread your influence upon the continent of Primaris and the kingdom of one Teramis Tabanthus. Among the entourage of guards that accompanied him, there were some distinguishing figures, 2 orcish individuals, a red-robed woman with several vials of blood and a red tome, and none other than Pip Vosh in her wolf transformation, with these red chains wrapped around her. As Kritkak congratulated you all and threw a sack of magical goodies onto the floor, they all took their leave one by one, leaving you to your own devices within the fort, taking the time to clean it, explore it in some fashion. It was during the night of rest that Presea had informed Eric that Brano and her sister were leaving the continent to look for Bristler, and with a sad farewell, Presea escaped into the night to find her own adventure, hoping to find you all in the future to reunite one day. After some exploring the following morning, it was revealed that there was some sort of strange golden line, the strange golden lines that kind of led through different pathways in Forte Verus itself, kind of centered around the audience chamber, but it originated from the basement, which was some sort of dungeon. And inside you found a room with a strange floating glass orb surrounded by an assortment of colored glass. There's these strange mechanisms and a prismatic doorway that was some very powerful spell that was protecting it. Following the blood towards the cells, you encountered a strange individual by the name of Mogu, who had been imprisoned by Tim the Conqueror, and after some magical dispelling, you freed him from his diamond shackles as he escaped down the hallway where you came from. And continuing further into that chamber, this molten, magical cell with this lava and magma and slag pouring down the sides of it contained the great bone devil who you had encountered many times before, and that which brought you together at the very beginning of your adventure. And as you stand gathered around the cell as Kritkak's programmed illusion bids you farewell and hopes that this will gain some trust between the two, or between all of you, that is where we pick up tonight's session of Orchestra Presents the Dark Veil.
The Dark Veil!
Dark Veil.
Also, Green,
What you want? What you really, really want?
you still got your name in the Zoom.
Oh, I don't.
All right, good job. Thanks.
So,
Don't ever tell me about my life again.
as the programmed illusion disappears and the rune or the magical inscription on the floor kind of fizzles out, the Bone Devil retreats to the back of the cell, facing away from all of you. With no words, nothing.
Anyone else feel a chill running up their spine?
My hairs are standing up. And all of Bale's hair stands up and she Super Saiyan!
Dane jumps when Balefire is suddenly present and speaking.
Fuck!
Here I am. So, okay, so we're down, we see cells. That's where the Bone Devil is, in the cells.
You have traveled beneath Forte Verus
Okay.
through a series of tunnels. This kind of dungeon-esque appearance that led you to essentially what is described as an antechamber. It is some kind of central room where it leads to several different pathways. You followed a certain pathway with this kind of streak of blood to this splitting corridor that led you into what is essentially a room full of cells, which are holding cells, basically a dungeon where you would imprison people.
Okay. And we know for sure that this is the Bone Devil? Not just an illusion?
Not particularly, no.
Can I do an Arcana check? To see if this is some sort of...
This would be an investigation check.
Okay. Cool. That's a natural 19 plus 5.
All right.
So, you get relatively close to this kind of magical cage. Like I said, it resembles, a metal cage with bars and whatnot, but it appears to be glowing red, and this kind of magma, this lava seems to be pouring down the sides of all of the different bars, and It appears to be fortified in some magical way. Peering in with your discerning eye and your knowledge of the arcane, you can certainly tell that this is not an illusion. What you see before you is real and nothing more than just a trapped devil within the confines of this magical cell.
I think he's here for good.
No, he's in the cell because he's evil.
Dad joke.
Interesting. Well, we won't be able to sit down here and watch him always. I'm gonna go look for a glass jar. And I want to set out throughout the castle to look for just some sort of like clear. Is the word is translucent the word? That seems wrong.
Transparent.
Transparent. Yes, transparent glass jar.
Why are you saying transparent so strangely?
Transparent?
Transparent?
Isn't that what I'm saying?
Well,
The more you guys say it, the weirder it sounds.
it's just I guess just the where you place the S in it is weird to me, I guess.
Transparent?
Yeah. Anyone else hearing that? Am I the only weird one here, I guess?
Yeah, you're a commie. That's why we busted you now.
I hear it, but I don't think. I mean, it's no biggie. I usually say it as like transparent.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
Right.
the new age of grown-ups. A transparent.
Hitter.
Dane, I'd like to give this back to you, and I hand you the Cloak of Alvin kind.
If that was a gift.
Well, I can't use it because I've
Well,
used up all my
no.
I've used up all my attunements. All right. Well, that's all right then.
I mean, if you
I'd
Not
like to
going
give
to
it
wear
to
it.
Sybil then.
Sybil, of all the people.
Well, her and I have gotten pretty close.
Sorry, I don't mean to butt into your guys'
Pretty.
conversation. I'll take this cloak from you. Just kidding. I don't want it. I'm gonna go over and stare at the Bone Devil for a little bit.
Okay, just.
At some point, all of my items like unequipped on D&D Beyond.
Hey, Brando,
like
do you
I-
need me to roll anything for that? Looking for the stuff?
It depends.
Jesus,
Are
help me.
is everyone staying in the basement? Is everyone going with Kwanseng?
I'll help Kwanseng out because I'm pretty sure I saw a glass jar in the kitchen.
Roll a percentile dice for me, Rondon.
All right, first roll of the night. Percentile. How about a 54?
Everything
Yeah.
that wasn't made of metal or stone was completely in pieces down there. However, you recall that not only food was provisioned for you at the Timber's abode, but also some containers, cutlery, basic provisions on top of the goods that you acquired.
Oh, wait, Kwanseng, I just remembered.
That's Ron.
Oh, this is filled with jam.
Eat it.
Okay. just down, Julie. Hold on 1 second. Oh God, too sweet. Oh, anyways, here's your jar.
Thank you, Rondon.
You might want to wash it. I'm sorry, I got jelly on the outside.
Looking at it, I'm like, well, I suppose I should find some water, and I go to look for some water to rinse it out.
I might be able to help with that.
Oh,
You can have some of it.
you guys are way more help than I assumed you would be. Thank you.
We probably deserve that. Except I correct myself, I haven't got anything prepared that can produce water. I can make a flower bud.
Yes, babe.
I'm gonna go find some water. Go find some water to clean it out quick.
It was raining, wasn't it?
It was about to storm, is what you remember.
What is this place called? Like this
Forte Verus.
fort. Thank you. This fort that we're in. You said it was about to rain. Does it have like a ceiling? Like, is it all like battered up? Like, are there holes in the roof or like?
Does it have umbrellas?
There are most certainly holes in the roof.
Okay.
You gather that based on the current state of the actual structure and how it has been weathered by time, the rain probably will seep into a lot of the rooms. It's been untouched for far too long, and there's also a 15-foot wide hole like going through diagonally.
But the dungeon is pretty, like,
Secure.
secure for the rain. Or are there holes like in the ceiling for that too?
You're not seeing any holes in the ceiling as far as like, oh look, there's, the audience chamber or anything like that.
Right. But there's still like it could leak. That's what you're saying.
Possibly.
Right. Okay.
So
Guess we'll find out when it storms here.
Right.
So it doesn't seem, from what we've seen going around, that Tim and Co. put any work into the thing. Like they were just living in the rain.
I'll say if, well, I guess there was some exploration. I would say that there was a small portion of the upstairs where it was a little furnished. Maybe they have begun to, put in some nicer, furniture
Couches.
or rugs, stuff like that. But I mean, it's very localized compared to the entirety of the fort, and certainly nothing in the audience chamber as you all cleared that out yourselves.
Right. Well, yeah.
I think we can make what we have here work.
We're gonna have to. It's home now, my lords, my lady.
I think the holes in the ceiling we could probably use to collect some rainwater. Perhaps get some crops growing. I'm not much of a farmer, but I know that the pigs back where I come from are, and watching them, it's incredibly impressive.
I forgot that pigs are farmers.
I also forgot, and it just like came out of my lips. So we're here.
Question: while I was gone, did you guys ever find the I can't remember her name, but she was the spider gal.
Oh, that's why we're here, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're chasing her and then trying to get here at the same time. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
she's fast.
She
She
fast.
She fast as f boy.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Best buck boy. I got you.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I just want to find some water. Rinse this jar out, and then as soon as I do that, I'll come back.
While he's doing that, can I find Sybil? I don't know if you want to, like, if anybody has anything else, like, I don't know if you want to take turns with that, Brandon.
Sure. Yeah, if we're dividing time to individual projects, then we can do that. For the sake of this, I'll say let's just start from left to right. So we'll start with Drew. So
Okay.
you are looking for water.
Okay.
Go ahead and just make an investigation check.
Perfect. I think my son just yelled mom. He is 18.
18. Taking a look inside the fort, there really isn't anything that you find in terms of water. However, you start to wonder where exactly people get their water from here, if they ever did. You begin
Right.
to wander outside in the grounds, and you find what looks like an old abandoned well.
Oh, cool.
And you take a look, and the surrounding stonework has definitely seen some weathering over the years. There is bits of broken wood, and it's just like waterlogged and growing all kinds of like fungus and just sprouting all kinds of new life there.
Oh, sorry, guys. 1 second.
Is that your daughter?
You can keep going.
It's Oliver.
Oh, okay. Your son.
This is a Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Welcome to Chili's.
It's just like, hey, buddy, how's it going? He's like, hey, Dad.
Hey, guys, I'll be just a second. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we can come back to you.
And
so
Quan Sing
falls
dies.
down the well.
Dies, yeah.
The smooth man sends his regards.
Oh my god.
So Balefire, you, I assume, return from the dungeon up to the audience chamber.
Yes.
And you don't immediately see Sybil there. You're not exactly sure where she is upon kind of looking around the fort. You can tell that she's found her way to one of the rooms upstairs. And you would have known this to be her quote-unquote room, or at least the place where she was staying. But you eventually find her, and you can see that she is tending to all of her firearms. She has an assortment of them, and she has them all laid out in front of her. These palm pistols, and pepper boxes, and these rifles, these swords, daggers. This, you've gotten to know her over the time that you've spent together, and you know that she is never really disarmed. She hides weapons all over her body, and she is not one to, be caught off guard or be helpless. And you know that she kind of blamed you for getting captured in the first place, but she didn't hold it against you.
Did it fail? Did I do that?
Yeah. And so you step into the room, and you can see that she is very much in a less formal attire. She is just simply wearing just a white cloth shirt, some brown shorts. All of her, she's just fully relaxing and polishing all of the guns and tending to them, replacing parts and fixing any kinds of little mechanisms that need fixing.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair is tied up into a bun, and she notices you come in.
Fascinating. I know my way around a spell. I'm not sure how you tinker like you do.
Well, I could say the same thing for you. I mean, this all makes sense. Parts, components, they all fit together and interlock in an exact way. Whatever you do is something outside of the realm of reality.
We've each got our specialty.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd like to give you this. I know we've.
The smooth man senses regards.
What?
Nothing. I'm just making a dumb joke.
Oh. And I pull out the Cloak of Alvin kind.
She just passing it around.
Yeah. Well, first I wanted to offer it back to Dane if he wanted it, because it was originally
Right.
his. But then I thought Sybil could really use it since she's kind of more of the hunting.
I think it would be so funny if everybody in the episode's like, no,
Just
I
took
just
it down.
can't use it.
Yeah, yeah, right. I'm just gonna bury it, give it to the bone devil, and he declines.
It's so gaudy.
Too good for him.
This doesn't match my bone feet at all.
Yeah.
It clashes with the white of my bone.
Yeah. So I pull out the Cloak of Alvin kind, and it helps with your stealth. I know you're prone to go hunting, and it makes it difficult for individuals to see you.
I don't know how to say this, Bale, but
Worcestershire.
yes. I'm afraid that my magical attunements are all filled.
Oh, that's what mine are as well. I've been trying to get rid of this thing. Maybe I'll sell it. You know what? I think I'll sell it.
Don't sell it.
What?
In the window.
Yeah.
Well, no.
As a rock. Jade's the rock.
Dane, we're on the 5th floor.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, good conversation.
Well,
Bye.
yeah, right. Will you stay with us?
For now,
Good.
I've been thinking a lot about just what I've been doing and what I should really be focusing on, and I think it's alright that I take a break for now.
Well, I've quite enjoyed our time together.
Don't get all sappy on me, and she throws a pillow at you.
I use the staff of fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Not on the pillow.
Hey, gotcha, bitch.
Hello, fire. Fire, fire.
I don't know why, but that was very like same vibes as when that girl crawls out of the TV in Scary Movie, whatever.
Oh yeah. Cindy, the TV's leaking.
Yeah.
Cindy, this bitch getting water all over my floor. I love that movie.
I feel like all we're doing is making movie references.
Yeah.
Dane, what's a movie?
No, that wasn't my Dane voice. That was Tyler making a dumb voice.
So, Dane, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You didn't need to get roasted like that.
Oh, I deserved it.
No, you don't. Shut up.
I started with roasting Drew, so I deserved I got what was coming to me.
All right, fine.
Yeah, you deserved it.
And you're ugly, too.
I say, well, I'm gonna go tinker with my books, but maybe later we can continue our card games. I imagine that the whole time they were together, they would play card games at night.
Sure. Making up for Pip's folly in the past.
Yeah. Yes.
Gotcha. So you end up taking off. Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
Yes, I wanted to look through Tim's book, but I wanted to do that with Eric. So I will yield my time to someone else, and then we can come back to Eric and I whenever we have the chance.
Okay.
I honestly hope that Tim's book is just a diary.
Yeah.
Rick said some really mean things to me today.
Dear diary. Fuck this place and these people. I hate them
With the
all.
horns.
Don't they know who I am?
Yeah.
All right, Rondon. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah. I should have honestly been thinking about this more, but I was so invested in what Balefire was doing. But oh, now I know what I'm gonna do. So yes, I'm just gonna go go check with Dane and be like, hey Dane, did you remember that there's gonna be like something deeper in this? Some caverns to explore? Wasn't there like supposed to be like something worthwhile somewhere deep in this?
Dane is kind of like looking at the ceiling, and Dane's like examining the ceiling, and he's kind of standing there with his arms crossed, and the golems, the worker golems, are like standing on either side of him, like mirroring his posture. I think I do remember Critkak saying something about he left something for us in the deepest dungeon. I've thought about what it might be, but I also don't know where the deepest dungeon is.
Yeah. I mean, good thing we finally got this to ourselves, I guess. But we could always go on another adventure. Start opening up random doors, see where they go.
It's true. We're gonna have time to do it.
I mean, Grant, at least 10 of them might be bathrooms. But at least we'll know where those 10 bathrooms are.
Are bathrooms a thing? Have we covered this?
Modern plumbing exists in this world. Trust me.
Right.
We don't poop outside like animals. What am I? Well, okay, you do sometimes. I mean, when you wild shape, but
right, when I'm an animal.
Respectively, I mean, you're graceful when you poop.
Where are you going with this rundown?
I'm sorry, I'm making it weird. Hey, let's go explore some doors.
I've been thinking, and since upstairs hasn't been cleaned the way that downstairs has, I want to use the ring of telekinesis to kind of lift up a piece and try to fit it into the ceiling, just a little bit, kind of up to 1,000 pounds.
Sure.
Is the limit of the spell.
What's the range?
60 feet.
It's too short.
The ceiling is 60 feet above the upper floor.
You're saying, are you doing it from the audience chamber? No.
No, I'm like up because there's floors above the audience chamber, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm up above where the roof is.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Inside, but like...
Could Dane pick himself up?
Has to be an object. The
okay.
Telekinesis spell
we don't
allows...
objectify anyone here, okay?
Yeah, Ron.
I'm sorry. Thought this was Verus Wall.
Okay.
No, the normal telekinesis spell, you can move creatures, but the ring specifies only objects that aren't being worn or carried.
Gotcha. So if, theoretically, if you hopped on my shoulders, you could pick me up, therefore picking you up.
You're still not an object.
Objectify me, I guess.
Oh,
What do we just say, Matt?
What is this? I'm sorry. Anyways, I step off my bullshit.
If we can hire a mason, we could probably have an easy time at least repairing the ceiling. and then I'll kind of set the piece back down.
Okay.
Hi, yeah, let's explore. Let's see what we can find. And I'll go with Rondon and his adventures.
I just kind of yell around, "Hey guys, we're gonna start open up some doors. If you want to join in, feel free. Don't feel obligated. We might die. Who knows? So
That's a
feel
way to sell it.
obligated."
Have people taken a long rest yet?
Yes.
Okay, let me mark that.
So I guess in terms of where you're exploring, you have basically 3 directions you could go in.
Mm-hmm. Down, preferably.
Which down?
All the way.
You're talking like the dungeon part of the fort, or are you talking like where you found the kitchen?
I'd say the dungeon. I'm thinking metagame now. Let me see if I can't play this into character. Is Eric? Eric? Where are you? Are you nearby?
Eric did not leave. Eric is still at the Bone Devil.
So,
So if you guys went up looking for glass jars, I'm long gone. I never left the Bone Devil.
all right. Well, I'm just gonna go like, all right, Dane. You can either stay here or come with me. I guess I don't care. Let's find Eric real quick because I think I have an idea. Because you know how in order to find the secret passage we had to follow magic. What if we have to follow magic to get to where we need to go?
Why do you need Eric for magic?
Oh, you're right. You're magic. You have detect magic, don't you?
Oh, do I have detect magic? I have dispel magic. I don't have detect magic.
Okay, we need him.
Okay.
You big dummy.
If you need to cast magic, I can do that. If you need to detect it, you're out of luck.
Well, I can somewhat cast magic.
Can you? Oh yeah, I guess you can.
Yeah, it's giant magic, you dummy. I'm sorry. You're not a dummy. I really respect you.
You're being really mean to me tonight.
Oh, you fool!
Anyways, let's go find Eric. See if we can't get his pick his brain.
All right. And I put away the golems, and I take the cube with me, and I follow Rondon for my time.
Okay, so at this point, let's say that you would meet up with Eric for this. That's fine. So you would search the fort. You're like, dang, where did Eric go? And then you're like, oh wait, everyone just kind of left him down there. Some friends you are.
Oh God, I hope he's not
He's an
getting
adult.
eaten. Barely.
Eventually, before that happens though, Eric, you stand before the Bone Devil in this kind of dull, glowing orange light that kind of frames the room in this kind of sinister glow.
Staying well back from the cell itself, so that if he's able to reach between bars or anything, I'm a good 10 extra feet beyond anything he'd be able to reach.
Sure.
I'm going to cast Hex on him,
Okay.
giving him disadvantage on Wisdom ability checks. And I'm going to pull out a dagger, and it is throbbing with magical energy. Wah, 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 wah. And I'm just going to lean towards the cell. What are you doing here?
There's no response. Not even a hint of movement. facing away from you, not even choosing to acknowledge the question itself. You're left to suffer in, well, not exactly silence as this kind of burbling liquid spills on the sides of the bars.
No movement at all, like, what do I have? Seeing that he is completely unmoving, and I just want to see if I can get a reaction from him. So I get out a crowbar and I'm throwing it, not to try and go through. I'm throwing it kind of crosswise so that it'll hit the bars and make a loud, sudden noise, just to get some sort of reaction from him.
Sure. Make an intimidation check.
That'd be a nat 20 for a total of 29.
Woo! Yeah!
Get it!
Bugweed!
Mugweed, more like thugweed, am I right?
Hey.
Dang.
The dankest
that.
shit in this room.
You can see that as you throw the crowbar, it's not the crowbar itself, but there's this kind of magical force that you throw it with. This sort of shadow that almost leaps from your small halfling form. There's this echoing hiss that goes out as you throw it, and it slams against the bars, and you can see the Bone Devil actually spin around on all fours, the tail kind of curling behind him, and you can see these beady eyes just stare at you as this hatred emanates from this creature as it stares at you. Probably a good maybe 20 feet in distance away from you.
What are you doing here? Why are you back? Why do you keep hounding us?
You can see it begins to move toward you on all fours. Just you hear this slight kind of, almost like a metal ringing with some kind of heat as the footsteps grow closer and closer. Though the heat doesn't seem to disturb it, it seems strange that it's bound in this way. And as it reaches the edges of the bars, you can see that even more so the details of this devilish, bony figure. You can see all the kinds of details, these marks and grooves and cuts and striations across its face, pieces of bone missing, and even that strange and disgusting, almost like greenish, acidic saliva that pours down its chin and drips onto the floor itself as it regards you. And you've noticed that the Bone Devil, his teeth are many, and they're very small and pointed. Doesn't necessarily move its jaw to speak, but you can hear a voice ringing out from its form. And it simply says, "You'll find out soon enough." You can see it kind of spit in your direction as this globule of acid suddenly just lands about 5 feet away from you and just turns to vapor.
You're not really in a position to be making threats. We beat you every time, and this time we don't have to, because if we do that, you just go back to whatever little hole you crawl out of and come back again. But this time you're stuck, aren't you? You can talk to us, you can tell us what the deal is, or not. Either way, you're in there, I'm out here. And I'm just going to turn and start walking away.
And you hear this slow whisper, "For now," as you retreat from the room.
Oh, hey, Rondon, what's going on?
Oh man, weird. Why is there? Anyways, hey, how you doing?
Real good.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to know you're feeling real good. Hey, I had an idea. I'm dragging Dane along with this. He didn't look like he was doing too much. Actually, he was probably doing a whole lot. But I you know me. Hey, you up for an adventure? I mean, we're already kind of on an adventure, but like a side quest.
I mean, we just got here.
I know, but I can't stop moving. If I stop moving, I die.
Okay.
So you know how we had to use magic to kind of find magic in those tunnels. What you do to help find magic.
Oh yeah, where you look around for it and see if you can detect any of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you can do that and see if we can't find the entrance to the secret, maybe secret underground base? No, not base. Secret underground treasure that Crit Cat has.
I
waiting
mean,
for us?
it's worth a shot. The reason we were able to follow it here was because I think Tim or somebody, one of the slashers, had left magic marks, but maybe Crit Cat did the same thing. I don't know. Might be good to have Quan Sing check it out with the eye too, see if he sees anything.
Eric, this is why I love you. You're smart.
Stop.
No, you're the smartest one of us all. You know it. Don't tell Belle I said that. I also think she's pretty smart, but I think you might be the smartest.
What a character progression.
True.
Do we want to get Quan Sing and Bale and Sybil to do this, or are you looking to just head off?
No, you're probably right. Again, you are the smartest one of us all. It might be a real bad idea if we go not full party. Plus, they might miss out on all the fun.
Oh, hold on, Rondon. Just to clarify, are we trying to find where this dungeon might be, or are we looking to go and do whatever it is that Crit Cat left for us to do?
Why not both?
There's a lot of work to be done.
It'll be here when we get back.
Tell you what, why don't we see if we can find anything, and if we find something, we rally the troops.
Okay.
And I'll turn on Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and you get these very strange sensations when you're down here. They begin to lead you toward the antechamber that splits off in all these different directions. And as you reach that antechamber, you find Balefire pointing different directions, trying to figure out which way you were, and you both lock eyes with each other.
Eric, there you are. I was wondering if you'd like to look through Tim's spellbook with me.
Well, I just feel like the belle of the ball here. Everybody wants a piece of Eric. Yeah.
You're the most delicious cake.
Yeah, of course. The spells in books aren't really my.
Oh, I understand.
Bailiwick,
I just didn't want to look through it by myself in case, I needed another spellcaster with me.
Sure.
I knew you were gonna...
She said she needs a real spellcaster, Dane.
In person on Rondon.
I'm gonna summon my fire chains on Dane.
Gotta hit me first.
I throw my shoe. Gotcha, bitch.
You got me.
Do you want to go find somewhere to sit to look through it?
This is awkward. Rondon and I were just looking here, and it would be probably a good idea to get into this book and see what's in there before we disturb something that.
Go and
Where are you guys
go
going?
and do your reading.
Yeah, Dane, Rondon, you guys got this.
I got nothing. I don't.
I'm done. Let's go find Quincy.
Okay.
Where were you guys going?
Nowhere, Bale. Shut up. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit!
I don't actually mean that. I don't actually say that line.
Shut the fuck up, Bale.
We're doing nothing, Bale. Just guy things. We're gonna go find Quansang to do more guy things.
Oh, is that code for something? I whisper to Eric.
Knowing Rondon, I'm sure it's gross.
Oh.
Nice.
Hey, Dan, you want to pee on?
Very true. Very true.
Hey, Dan, you want to pee on this rock?
Those are
I
guy things.
I don't run down.
This
Let's,
dumbass rock.
Go find a place where we can look at the book.
All right. All right.
Jesus.
It messed up your line, Dane.
I want to live.
My butt feels silly. Anyways,
What the heck?
it's a reference.
So Eric and I are gonna
know what it
go
Okay.
look at the Tim spell book.
Okay. Perfect. Is there anywhere particular that you would like to situate yourselves?
Somewhere where we can sit comfortably.
The only place I've seen a desk or anything is in the office where we killed Tim, and I think we kind of set that room on
Destroyed
fire.
it, yeah.
So I'm not sure that's the place to go. So whatever, any place we can
Yeah.
find a. Well, there's the throne. We could go use the throne.
Let's go sit on the throne.
I do have mending if we need to fix that desk.
Oh, nice. You're a spellcaster?
Nope.
He's got a scroll.
Yeah.
I pop my head. Hey, I got giant magic if you need it. Super useful.
All right. So eventually you find your way to the throne itself, taking a seat. It's a pretty large throne. Could fit the both of you. And you procure from your bag, Balefire, this black tome with these kind of horns etched on it, and it's kind of this lock made of bone on its side that keeps it closed.
Do you happen to have the key?
I don't have the key. I got the stuff that Crit Cat gave us, but anything that Tim had, boy, I don't even remember who looked over his body. His desk's right over here. We could see if it's in the desk.
Yeah, let's look.
So we'll run into that room and
Try to find a key.
give it a search.
It's filled with ash and soot and broken wood. Go ahead and just make an investigation for me.
Both of us?
I will assist you.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. Taking a look around, sifting through the piles of, ashen material and all of this rubble. No key. Nothing that resembles a key. There's a lot of burnt paper. Maybe this was some kind of, maybe like a records room or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that corner of the room where things were held is pretty much just ash and cinder.
Can I look over the spellbook to see if there's any like magical key that it needs or like anything magical that we need to do to unlock it?
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Eric, would you like to help me?
Yeah.
$16 plus 9.
Okay. Taking a very close
25.
look at the book itself, or the tome rather, there is a strange kind of magic that you recognize. It is, while the school of magic itself, it's not, you can't really sense like an emanating like force of magic on it. You recognize symbols, you recognize iconography, and you have a basic understanding of how magic works. And this lock itself, it doesn't appear to be a lock for any particular key to fit into. Though it does keep it closed, there is something about the way that there is some kind of like reddish hue towards where the lock hole is. It doesn't seem as though this is a lock that takes a key. It seems as though it's bound through some kind of spell or some kind of like a requirement of some, like an exchange of vitality to open it.
This may seem stupid, but what does vitality mean?
Like life essence.
Blood.
Oh. Okay. I pull out one of the daggers that Sybil gave me and make a mark on my left hand and squeeze it into that.
Gotcha. So you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
The blood trickles from your hand, and you can see it drip across this bone lock. There is this strange, almost like glistening, pinkish red, almost like a tendril that seems to slither out from the lock's hole and catch every drop of blood. And you can see that it vibrates almost gleefully as it retracts back into the lock itself, and you can hear this kind of click.
That went much better than I thought it would.
Interesting. All right. Are you ready? I'm a little frightened.
Yeah, I mean, a book that it takes blood to open doesn't seem like it's probably going to be the friendliest book, but yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right, let's do this. And I extend my hand with the blood for a high five.
I'm just going to elbow.
Sorry. Yep, sorry. Pandemic, right?
What?
Okay. So I carefully open it.
Okay. As you open it, the first page suddenly just begins to glow this bright green, and the sigil begins to draw itself on the page. And you begin to hear this almost like an arcane ticking sound. As it continues to draw itself. Suddenly the book begins to shake.
Maybe close that.
All right.
Okay. It stops.
Okay. The image that was being drawn, the rune or whatever it was, anything familiar about that at all?
Yeah, we recognize it.
Make an Arcana check.
I'll give you advantage or help you.
Okay. $15.
15. It feels very familiar to you, but its magical understanding is a little beyond you at the moment. The most you get out of it is just abjuration.
I'm a little worried that he's got a trap that there's probably a keyword that he had to say, or maybe it needs more blood or something.
Do you think my blood triggered a trap?
Well, I think opening it
Triggers a trap.
triggers the trap that there's a delay on, that maybe we can find a way to disarm it, but I don't have a good way to do that. I could try and dispel it, but I'm a little worried about dispelling on a spell book, that it would ruin what we're looking for.
Right. The School of Magic, would I know that if we used Dispel Magic on it, if it would, like, since I know spell books, do I know that it would erase everything in the spell book?
Also, make a separate Arcana check for this.
Okay. 16 plus 9. 15. 25.
It's not guaranteed, but there's a slight chance of critical failure that you could achieve. Meaning that if you don't fail as badly, the book could probably be okay. But if the roll is bad, then it could destroy the entirety of the book.
What if 2 spellcasters cast it?
You could give each other advantage on the roll.
Gotcha. What if 3 spellcasters cast it? Is it still?
It's still the same.
Now,
Okay.
where would we find a third spellcaster?
Yeah,
Picks his head around the corner. Hey, you guys praying?
You're right.
Do you have Dispel Magic?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I have it prepared.
I too have Dispel Magic. Just
I can enforce disadvantage on the book, or give you guys advantage.
I can also. Oh, never mind. You guys are doing your thing, and Dana's not there.
What do you think, Eric? Should we try it, or should we try to figure out another way to open it?
Did it lock again? Does it need blood again if we want to try and open it?
Ooh, good question.
You closed it. You closed the book, correct? You went. Boom.
Right.
So
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
Just dying like 1 hit point at a time. You guys are like,
Right.
like mummified by the end of it, just like
Right.
jaws all the way down.
Yeah. Are you alright? Or what does she
Yeah,
say?
scary
Are you
movie.
okay? Yeah. Her head falls off. Are you okay?
Up to you guys.
I'm willing to give it a shot if you are.
I'm willing to. Let's do it, Eric.
Okay. You've already shed some blood here. I got this.
All right.
And I'll give myself a little cut on the palm and do the same thing, trying to mimic exactly what I saw Bale do.
Sure. You take 1 point of damage. And The drops of blood pour into the hole. That strange pink and red like tendril slurps up every last bit of blood that is dropped there, and you hear that click once again.
You ready?
Ready?
Open that book.
Okay, you open the book, the green page flashes, and a symbol begins to draw.
Before casting a spell, I want to put my bloody hand on the symbol.
Ooh, I'll do the same thing.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
No? Okay.
All right, it's worth a shot.
Can we, as it starts to form, can we kind of see what it starts to, like, say? Like, do we recognize it more and more as it, like, starts to...
No words. It just seems like some kind of symbol is beginning to draw itself.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Do you-
I'm thinking we dispel this thing.
Do you want to do it? Or do you want me to?
No, I've got this.
All right, let's see you do it, Eric.
So, dispel magic at 5th level.
With advantage.
Okay, so you're casting the spell also to give him advantage.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll take mine off. Also at 5th level.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, roll your d20 plus your charisma modifier.
Then just automatically go away, huh? All right. And this is with advantage now, right?
Correct.
I'm so nervous.
Holy crap. Hey, Mr. Smoothman.
Oh no!
You wanna give me a hand on this one?
What happened?
I'm gonna use whatever it's called, Dark One's Luck.
Yep, Dark One, maybe favor, I think.
Dark One's Luck. Add a
Okay,
D10. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, so then total plus charisma, then 21.
21.
Got a 9 on that D10, so
Oh
you can
my-
do that math.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Oh Mike.
You succeed by 1,
Oh,
as
Oh my god.
the spell itself, you can see this symbol beginning to shake, and the tome begins to shake. The room begins to fill with green, as this kind of like burbling green toxic fume begins to emit from the book, and suddenly you place your hand and you can feel the magic of the book beginning to overwhelm you, and Balefire puts her hand on yours. It doesn't seem like it's quite enough, and suddenly you whisper deep within the very recess of the darkest parts of your soul for help. And suddenly this purple energy surges from your hand and suddenly slams the book down on the ground as the symbol is erased, and this plume of purple eldritch energy that shoots up and dissipates.
Damn, I want someone to draw that. that image is like freaking cool.
needed your help and a little extra, and I've got a hand on my own book here. Vale, if you ever decide, having to track down these spell books and anything isn't the way to go, I can probably put in a good word for you.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, Eric.
There is this
Thank you so much.
pink, fleshy worm that begins to wriggle its way outside of the book.
How big are we talking about?
Yeah,
like
like, is
regular
it the-
worm size?
It's very thin, but about a foot long.
I like grab it. What is this?
You feel this slight pinch in your skin. You just take 1 point of damage.
What the hell?
Does it
Eat
look
it.
like the thing that came out and ate the blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Bellfire, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit. Okay, hold
Don't
on.
eat it. I take it back.
I have a +5 to my Constitution saves.
That's for concentration, not for regular saves.
Oh, you're right. Concentration. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm scared. A Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
12.
Okay. You feel your hands suddenly begin to clench as the muscles begin to seize. You scream out into the audience chamber as this thing burrows its way into your flesh and disappears. And suddenly
Bail!
you are fine.
Look, I'm alright. It just...
You're all right. That thing just crawled inside you. What do you mean you're all right?
It just stung a little. I don't know where it went.
It's inside you. That's where it went.
I don't know what to do. Get it
What
out!
is
Get
this
it out! Get it out!
I'm gonna start cutting Bale open. No,
Oh,
not.
shit!
What do I do?
I don't know what to do. You don't feel anything?
Do I feel anything?
No.
I don't. I'm all right. Maybe. Is Priscilla with us?
She is
No,
not.
Presea left.
Aw,
Presea left last night.
she did. All right.
Yeah.
Where'd she go?
For some
You
milk.
went.
Save cigarettes.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I need to go get my fix.
Oh my god. Where did she go?
She's meeting back up with Brano, rather,
Bruno.
to go search for Bristler.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe once we've got into town, I can find a medic to. Oh, Kwansang, he has some medicine abilities, right? Medical abilities. Maybe I could have him take a look at me.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
But in the meantime, I'm a little more curious about this book, and I open it up.
Okay. You open the book up, and you can see that the pages themselves don't seem to be made out of regular parchment paper. They appear to be more leather-like. This appears to be some very evil-looking book. However, within its pages, you recognize several different spells that are ripe for the taking.
It smells.
Ones that you recognize and some that you don't, and don't have the ability to actually cast. At least not yet.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize the shield spell, but you also see a different spell, Absorb Elements.
Okay. Is that... Can I add it to my spells?
No, this will
Or not
require
yet.
for you to do the process of writing it down and take
Gotcha.
the time to do that.
Okay.
But write this down in your notes.
Okay.
So that you can have a list of spells that you can begin to move over.
Okay. What are the spells? You said shield, right?
Shield. Mhm.
But
Absorb elements.
Double nice.
Okay.
Charm person.
Triple nice.
Mage armor.
Wow.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Okay.
Ray of enfeeblement.
How do you spell enfeeblement?
ENFEEBLEMENT.
Okay.
And then a spell which seems so strange, but with your magical knowledge, you can understand that this is not a spell that exists in the world, but rather that one that was actually created by Tim himself. Ray of sluggishness.
Okay.
Hold person.
Oh, wow, there's more.
Mirror image. Misty step. Fireball. Intellect fortress. Fly.
Fly? Ooh.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Polymorph.
Ooh.
Greater invisibility.
Ooh.
Resilient sphere.
Hold on one sec.
Cillian sphere.
Yeah, this is a book. This isn't just like...
Okay, resilient sphere.
Banishment.
Okay.
Fire shield.
Okay.
Stone skin.
Stone skin.
Cone of cold.
Okay.
Cloud kill.
Uh-huh.
Wall of force.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
Globe of invulnerability.
Invulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Finger of death.
Oh.
Disintegrate.
Finger of Death was Brinker's nickname in high school.
Mackenzie?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was fucked.
And a spell whose power you've only ever heard of in ancient tomes that you read while you were in your studies. Power word stun.
This is a gold mine, Eric. These spells are very powerful.
There's so much in here.
If these spells got into the wrong hands, well, they might be Tim.
Yeah.
You're in yours.
And yeah, they'd probably be written on, I don't know, human skin, dwarf skin, orc
Yeah.
skin. I don't know what it is, but this book gives me the creeps.
These spells, they could help us bring back the sun.
Well, I'd be in favor of that.
These spells are
There's
so powerful.
I like I say, I don't really understand all the spells in books. That's not the way I do things. But is there a sun come back spell in there?
Well, there's not, but
Oh,
it could help us defeat our enemies.
yeah.
to
No, I'm
get
sure
us
that's
the
fine
goal.
too. Okay.
Oh, actually, there is. Bring back sun right here.
Yeah.
But
It's called Here Comes the Sun.
Do.
You cast a tune while you whistle, and the sun dances up with melodies around it, is what it says. You are required to use, it's a 10th level spell. So, so I can't use it quite yet. It might take a couple years, but you know, by using these spells that I can use, you know, we can work up to it. I'll keep it in my back pocket.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, here comes the sun. I write it down.
Okay.
That's a spell that Bellfire's gonna make.
Great. Shortly after this little escapade, Kwanseng, you have jumped down the well. And the only reason that you find yourself doing such a thing is because there's no bucket from which to pull up any water.
I've had better ideas!
With your slow fall and your monk abilities to run up vertical surfaces, you easily find your way down this well, which is very chilly. It's very, very cold in here. And you do find what looks like this very worn old bucket tied to this frayed rope that you could conceivably pull up on your own.
I need to find stairs for this. And I grab the bucket and I try to get some water in it.
Okay. It's a very large bucket. These buckets are probably about, like, you could probably guess, like, 2.5 feet, and it's pretty deep, like, maybe 2.5 feet tall as well. It's gonna weigh you down quite a bit, but with your monk-like abilities and enough time, you'll be able to make your way out of the well in no time.
Yeah, and just to make sure I'm not overwhelming myself, I'll just fill it about halfway.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And so eventually you come up out of the well, completely soaked. This water is very, very cold, and just kind of like the chill hits you as you kind of begin to wring your clothes out on the grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then as I'm like washing my clothes, I'll pull out that jar that Raman gave me, and I'll start to kind of clean it out a little bit.
Gotcha. Very easily, you manage to do so, and while the water itself is soiled with the very slight hint of sugariness from jam, the jar itself is clean enough.
Can't believe Rondon ate all this in one go. The man's a legend. I understand why there's stories about him now. I look around to make sure he's not by. I'll never tell him that.
You see this small little salamander next to the well itself, and it kind of just looks at you while you talk to yourself.
Well, hello there. Yeah, of course you don't speak.
Idiot.
Washing him out. Pickles talks, salamanders don't. I don't understand the difference.
It just eyes you. Just no expression. It's just, what is this strange giant doing in my home?
I super grab it and anime throw it, like the full twist. And then the star. Ding! No, I don't. I don't do that. Oh, jeez. Hey, quit.
Well, thanks, Siri.
Don't do that to the salamander.
Yeah. I'm reporting you to the FBI.
No.
So yeah, I just clean it out, and then when I'm done cleaning out, I'll kind of, actually, for flavor, cleaning out, when I get the water in there, I'm going to take my hand and put it over the hole. I'm just going to swirl the water inside of it with air. Just kind of like a dishwasher.
Oh, sure, yeah. Clever.
Yeah. And then when I'm done with it, I'll start to make my way back down towards the prison cells.
Gotcha. you start to make your way back, and on the way, you meet Rondon and Dane. Kind of walking around the grounds, just kind of aimlessly wandering, chuckling to themselves. You recognize the sound they make when they're together. But then something else happens as you are kind of meeting each other halfway as your eyes lock. There's a strange green, sickly glow from the audience chamber. This burbling cloud of green fog that seems to kind of emanate out. And then all of a sudden, it all just almost withdraws within the chamber itself, and it's as if nothing happened. And you all just kind of look behind your shoulders to see that.
Should we ignore it?
I really don't think we should, but
Okay.
Wait, what was that noise?
I'll start going towards the audience.
Yeah,
chamber. I don't know
yeah.
about these yahoos. but-
Yeah, I'll run towards it with them.
Wait, is that a salamander? I should go.
What salamander? It's a star now.
I guess Team Rocket's blasting off again.
I can see it if I squint really hard.
Rondon can be friends with salamanders. That could have been
Yeah.
one that he knows.
I didn't
Yeah.
throw it. I said I was joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me you're a secret salamander. Anyways.
What's up, guy?
So everyone's
Hey,
going
like,
towards the audience chamber, and you're heading towards the well. You're like, ooh, a salamander.
Exactly.
That's the key to Tim's spellbook.
I'd pick up the salamander and start walking to the audience chamber.
Is this canon? Do you really do this?
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Go ahead and just make a charisma check with advantage.
All right. Hey, you got a +1 to charisma. Advantage roll. How about an 11?
For a
Wait,
salamander, that's enough. You swear you can see a slight smile curled across its glistening reptilian or amphibian flesh.
Oh, you're a little cutie. Put it on my face so I can climb up my head.
Aw.
Alright. Eventually, the lot of you make your way back to the audience chamber and find that as you're stepping in, well, kind of a little bit away from the audience chamber, you can see Balefire's arm almost like clenched and seized, and there's a bit of screaming, and as soon as you get into the chamber, both Eric and Balefire are just enthralled in this leather tome soon after that little incident.
Oi!
What? Hi.
What was that?
Well, you see, we were trying to get into the spell book.
Tim had a magical trap on his book, and now there's a worm that lives inside Balefire.
It's
No
alright. Yeah, it'll be fine. But look at all these cool spells.
No, let's go back just a step.
Hold on.
Dane can't
You-
read spells. He's not a spellcaster.
I
You
can't
may
hold
have-
person on Quan Sing.
You may have those cool spells. I got a salamander. Anyways, can I see those spells? I want to try my hand.
Take a level in Wizard.
Yeah, yeah, right. That'd be cool.
I'll just take a level of
They're
wizard.
very powerful spells, and I feel like they could really help us in our quest.
But you said there was a worm?
Yeah, it bit me, and that really hurt, Charlie, and it's still hurting.
Charlie.
I don't know, the worm. I named it.
You
Is that canon?
You can't name your worm Balefire. It's what keeps him around.
You're right. One thing, I was actually going to ask you if there's any sort of medicine or a thing you could do to get this worm out of me. I don't know, do you have like a dewormer or something?
I don't have a dewormer. I guess we could cut your body open and try to search for it.
I don't
Here-
like that.
Here's my axe, Kwansing. I think you're the best at it.
Oh
But there's,
no,
there's still some
Dane.
blood on it.
Dane.
The medical monks would probably take off your entire arm.
Do you know of anything that I could do to get this worm out?
Rhonda,
The medical monks are chickens.
there is
Anyway,
this
sorry.
this kind of slightly moist, sticky, like pitter patter across your face as the salamander that is on your head suddenly looks you right in the eye and kind of does like a little like head bob.
Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Do you want to talk to Balefire?
You see
Okay.
it does his little head bob thing.
Oh, hey, Bale, I think... you know what? I haven't given you your name yet. I'll have to think about it.
Sally's good.
It's a little bit too on the nose. And
Sally the salamander.
I put the salamander onto Bale.
Hey, hello.
Don't move. No fast movements. Stop.
All right.
Balefire, shh. Stop.
What do I do?
I don't know. But I'm gonna trust the salamander.
There is this moment as the salamander reaches closer and closer to Balefire that there is this kind of almost like a pinkish smoke that begins to build out from it, and suddenly you can see that it begins to grow and becomes heavier on your hand as it grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and suddenly from your hand this fully grown, almost 5 foot tall looking almost strawberry-colored salamander with these darker red blotches on its glistening skin. Suddenly this poof of arcane, just wizardry. This blue traditional kind of wizard's hat emits and just apparates from nowhere. Carrying a spell book bound by tree bark and dried leaves, you can see that there is an assortment of potions and vials strapped all across its body, as well as this floating, almost water-like orb that just surrounds it and circles its form. You can see that the strange, strawberry-colored salamander almost directs the orb onto the ground itself, which creates almost like a pool, like this kind of localized pond in which this giant bookcase made out of dried and dead wood begins to rise out of the ground itself. And you can see that it looks around as the kind of smoke begins to clear. And it says, "Well, I believe that I can help you out with your ailment."
I'm gonna call you Barry.
Wait, don't we have... Oh, Perry is the dog.
Yeah,
Who is
We don't-
somewhere?
that was brilliant.
Allow me to introduce myself. Unfortunately,
Dang it.
I am not named Barry, but I do have a
so
proper
close.
name. I am Sir Samuel Xander the Salamancer.
Samuel Xander the Salamancer?
That's correct.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was just having a stroke.
I specialize in the wizardry school of Salamancy.
That was brilliant. How did you... where did you go to school?
I'm sure you've never heard of it, but I can sense a kind soul, and one such as this one, and he eyes Rondon. I could see the goodness in his heart.
Dude, thank God I didn't throw this thing.
Yeet.
Oh my gosh.
such a big part of the
Wow.
story.
I know, that was insane. That was mind-blowing, Brandon. That was really cool.
Dane is like holding the agate that he was going to use to awaken the salamander and just puts it back into his bag.
Now, it's been some time since this fort has been occupied by individuals as kind-hearted as yourselves. Well, I suppose I really have only gazed into the heart of one individual here, but there's something about you that rubs me the right way. And you can see that he kind of twirls his little salamander digits around, and you can see this little the sphere of water kind of sprinkle his skin and kind of like moistens him a little bit. And you can see that he says, "Now, I hear that there's something that ails you."
There is. This worm bit me and it went inside me, and I don't know how to get it out.
You can see that there's this lizard-like tongue that kind of like licks its lips at the mention of the worm.
Would you mind?
Well, I would be happy to. Normally I charge for these kinds of things, as I am a traveling merchant of potions. You'll find no finer potion maker than I, and I pride myself on that. This one will be for free.
Thank you, Sir Samuel.
And you can see that from its kind of assorted wrappings of potions, it begins to pluck them off, look at them, toss them back, and you can see that right before they hit the ground, they just kind of almost like buoyantly float right before they hit, and they land and just kind of like move around in the air.
That's cool.
Shuffling through different kinds of potions, you eventually see that there's one that is this kind of pinkish swirling, it almost looks like strawberry milk, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
With this kind of what's that word called? This rose gold looking chain on it, and this beautiful glass cork. And he says, "This ought to do it." And he hands it to you. This beautiful, round at the top but pointed, kind of into like a some kind of like diamond, like almost like a cut shape at the bottom, and hands it to you. If there's any kind of parasite on you, then this should take care of the problem.
Do I drink it?
Oh, what else would you do with it? Go on.
I don't know. All right. Cheers.
You drink the potion, and you feel this kind of warm, like, tickle in your stomach. You suddenly feel the urge to burp, and this kind of like pink, kind of glistening bubble suddenly bloop, comes out in front of your face. And suddenly you see everyone, or rather everyone sees Balefire. And the skin on her face begins to sag. You can see her body becoming more liquefied. You can see that her eye begins to slowly drip out of her eye socket, and she begins to form this puddle on the floor. And there is no words, but there is a silent kind of horrific gasp as she is no more than just liquid on the floor itself.
Got her.
And suddenly there is this wriggling worm in the puddle where Balefire once stood.
Oh,
Go on,
thank
then
God.
get it now, quickly!
I grab it.
I cast hold person on the worm.
Oh shit!
Nothing happens, it's not a person!
I with all the force I have, I come swinging down with my staff to splat it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You can see that the worm splits. And suddenly there are two of them now.
Somebody burn it!
I can cast a Lunar Surge. That's radiant damage.
You can do whatever you want, baby boy.
I'm sorry, Sir Samuel. Was that lunch for you?
Would you hurry up, please? We only have a
All
limited
right.
amount of time here.
Lunar Surge.
Okay. You aim the staff towards it, or towards the two of them. Fortunately for you, they fail their save and they are disintegrated into this kind of radiant glitter that dissipates and becomes nothingness. And the rest of you are left there looking in horror as this puddle of balefire is left on the floor. And he says, okay, now for the other part. Begins to search himself, and you can see this other mixture. Pink, but this time almost like a pearlescent liquid that kind of glistens. And you can see that he uncorks it, spills it over the liquidy remains of balefire, and suddenly balefire begins to lift up off the ground and almost form herself once again. And balefire, you take in this enormous breath, almost as if you had been holding it this entire time as your body solidifies into what it once was before.
And I burp really loud. And I say, oh, my stomach hurts a little. What was in that?
And the bubble just kind of like burbles and suddenly pops.
I'm playing it as if I had no idea what just happened.
Sure.
I do want to just... This is balefire, right? I want to check. I want to make sure that this is actually balefire that's back and not like a copy.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and just make an Arcana check for me.
Okay. That's a thing that I know. Oh, 19 plus 1, dirty 20.
Okay. Something very strange just happened. Magic that you really don't see. This is very unconventional. Like, you know what healing is. You know what restoration looks like. What the fuck just happened is the only thing that comes into your mind. But this is balefire. Except a little different. Her skin seems almost like a little softer. Almost as if her body was reformed, and she looks a little younger, a little more like as if her body itself was almost reborn in that moment.
Like it's fresh.
Yeah.
She got baby skin.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, does she have the soft spot on the top of her head?
Brandon! Oh my god!
All right, well, my bail is not getting anywhere near you.
Yes.
That's
yes.
hilarious.
So yeah, you feel a little softer, Bale, as you suddenly come back to this strange sense of consciousness, and yeah, you feel a little like soaked by something, but you're not quite sure what. And he says, "Whew, well, it's a good thing you disposed of that as quick as you did. Any longer, and well, I'd hate to mention that part."
What was
I thought
that?
you-
What happened?
Oh, we took care of the problem.
Yeah,
Right,
and
when
a little heads up on what was going to happen would have been really appreciated.
Oh,
What?
I forgot you're not skilled in Salamancy.
Yeah, no, we're not.
But hey, problem solved. And I bet your skin is feeling as fresh as ever.
Oh, it sure is. Thank you. But what was that worm?
I
Have you
have
seen
no
it
clue.
before?
But that potion is meant to take care of any parasites. Any foreign bodies, actually.
Interesting. No,
Very
what
clever.
else do you have on your body?
All sorts of things. But if that was something that you found quite unsavory, I'm not sure what you'd think of the rest of my inventory. But
You're right.
Salamancy is a fickle school of magic. And as
You
he-
say you're
the more-
traveling.
The more and more that he speaks about it, Eric and Balefire, you've never heard of the School of Magic before. This doesn't even seem like it's an actual school of magic. You're not exactly sure.
Dane's heard of it.
Yes, I've been, well, traveling around the grounds. I mean, it's been a while since I've left this place, but there are plenty of folks, well, I guess, well, not your kinds of folks. It's, two different worlds. A little bit of a complicated story.
Yeah. You know, we're getting ready to build a city here. If people decided they wanted to buy, perhaps you could sell here.
Possibly, yes. Well, I hate to be that, salamander, but I'm very particular in who I share my services with. Well, don't get me wrong, I like to see the good in all peoples, but it takes a little more to share my entire services.
That's wise. Very wise. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Do you plan on staying longer?
I mean, this is my home.
This is our home as well, and I'm glad we share it with you.
Well, I hope you're better than the last one that ended up taking root here. They were fairly dirty. Should have
Oh, we
seen
will
the
keep
things
this
that they
place
threw
clean.
all around the place.
I wonder... Go ahead, Dane. I'm sorry.
So, is there anything in particular that stuck out to you as
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Keys? Any keys?
anything notable that they threw around?
Like keys.
Or maps to dungeons.
Or keys.
Just anything potentially valuable in any sense of the word.
Like
Yeah.
keys.
Like sticks that can go in holes. We call them keys.
So sorry. Is there something that we're trying to open here? Like, what's
No, but I feel like if we're going to get into some of these places, we're going to need keys.
That's fair.
Well, more so just disturbing our homes and leaving behind all sorts of garbage and the strange metals that they would just leave around the place.
Metals. You say our home. I'm curious, are you talking about sharing it with us, or are there others like you?
Well, technically, yes, they're... how do I explain this to non-salamancers?
Well,
Slowly.
Well, you are here, yes?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and I am
think.
here now. But I was somewhere else, but also here.
This might actually be beyond me. What do you mean? Are you... maybe I'm way off base. Are you saying that you were just a normal animal, and then when you felt the kindness that you're speaking of, you decided to not be? Did I say human?
It's okay. I
What?
take no offense. I'm sure your mannerisms are strange, as are mine. I mean, it probably isn't every day that you see your friend liquefied in front of you.
No, this actually happens often. You'd be
Don't
surprised.
worry about it, Bill File. You're fine.
Perhaps it's
Alright.
better if I show you, yes? Would you all agree to this?
Will we die?
No. Well, no.
Eric, I'm in. Are you in?
Everybody huddle up. And I put
How
my
many
arms
of us are
around
going to turn to
everybody.
liquid?
That's only for the parasite-ridding potion.
All right, then yeah, I'm in.
I huddled the other ones up and I go, this guy sounds legit. I think we should try it.
Can I just kind of look back and just gauge his whole demeanor, like try to figure out
No matter what you roll, it is a question mark.
Mm,
All right.
interesting.
My dice.
What we have to lose?
Lives, but I'm game.
Well, what about the Bone Devil? If we go with him, we got you into a time loop where a certain amount of time passes and we're gone for weeks or years. Like,
I have,
Oh,
a, I have a plan for that. Give me 5 minutes.
Hey, what are we whispering about over here? You can see this like donkey head peeking through.
Ah,
Oh.
shit. Pickles.
I'm not used to that yet.
Pickles, you stay close to these guys, and I take off running towards the prison cell.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Pickles. Hey, we were just talking about
With obviously all the closing jar stuff. Sorry, keep going around that.
about the balefire being liquefied and going with the Salamancer and possibly dying. Who knows? I mean, death is inevitable, as you will soon discover about life.
What?
Okay. I have a question for you, Sir Samuel.
You look back to him, and he's blowing these like pink bubbles that kind of just like float all around him.
You say you live here, and this is your home. Do you have any practice with what are they called? Transportation circles?
Teleportation?
Yeah, teleportation circles.
Not really. No, I specialize in Salamancy.
All right.
Yeah, you keep saying that word, and you're just dying for us to ask about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Well, if you
What is
insist.
Salamancy?
It's salamander-based magic.
That doesn't really clear. Okay, all right.
Doesn't either with
I'm
my
sure if
brain.
you spend enough time with me, you'll get a certain idea of what I mean by that. But it's, like I said, we live in different cultures, different worlds. It's hard to explain. As I'm sure all of what I look like is probably very strange to you.
I'm
No,
just
let me
glad. Sorry. I'm just glad that we got 3 spellcasters in the same room.
Is time different when you travel or when you go between worlds?
No, Salamancy is nothing like Chronomancy.
You said, as we spend more time together, is that something that you plan on happening? Are you going to be around?
I mean, I'll always be around, but whether or not you know it is a different thing.
That's not comforting, but
I don't want to leave Sybil. Let me go get her.
all right, huddle up again, and I get. No, you were going to get Sybil.
Oh, right.
Right, I'll do that.
You notice that's floating very slowly into the room. Caligas begins to descend from the upper floor. You actually pass each other by on the stairs, Balefire.
Calagast?
Yes, the Beholder.
The beholder.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
The beholder.
The Beholder.
The Beholder, okay. Hi, you're here.
Yes, and so are you. Goodbye.
All right.
Wanders
Wow.
past you.
Okay, bye. Jeez.
Factual statements about our placement in space.
That was pretty accurate, and I go past him.
Rushing
Yes, and you-
upstairs.
Fine. I want that on a shirt.
Caligas is not one to mince words, guys.
Wow, you're here. Yes, so are you. Go. Okay. Okay.
Caligas wanders into the audience chamber, sees you all huddled up as you all pretty much notice him. He's not a very stealthy individual. And there is a pause as Caligas stands towards the back of the chamber and just says to all of you, "What in the 9 hells is that?"
Caligas, you're here.
I must confess it does not give me comfort that you're not familiar with the Salamancer.
Oh, what?
Sir Samuel, would you... I'm sorry. Sir Samuel, this is Caligas. This is Sir Samuel Xander the Salamancer.
I'm not saying that. And you can see him slowly turn around and head back upstairs from where he came.
It was good seeing you, Caligas.
He's kind of crotchety. How old is he?
I don't know, like maybe 80.
80? Oh man, I'll give 30 creature residue. Whoever can remember his actual age right now.
3,000.
Can I look at my notes?
Sure.
Okay.
He's 800 years old.
I think he's 957. I just hear his voice saying 957.
394.
I'm thinking he's as old as Verus Dwol, but that's Aldred.
That's Aldred, yep.
I think I don't have it in my notes, but I think 800 years old.
I already guessed that.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say 801.
801.
No!
Yeah.
I want to guess 1500.
I'll do 2,000 years old.
What about you, Mike?
I have no idea. I don't have any information in my notes. I'm going to say he's 12.
Okay, 12.
12.
No, he's 1,329 years old.
Dane was the closest.
But I went over.
You did.
That's okay. Kwanzaa, you reach the Bone Devil.
I do. Is he afraid of me?
Not particularly.
He should
Has
be.
his back turned toward you, towards the back end of the cell itself.
Oh. It does not look comfortable in there. Oh, you don't talk either. Okay. I want to do it on the way there. I guess I didn't say that, so we'll just do it. I'm going to pull out my bag of sand and the glass jar, and I'm going to put some seeing sand into the jar
Okay,
and seal it so that it can't be blown away.
smart.
And then I want to do this all sleight of hand, if that's okay. I want to try making it so he can't see it. And I want to put it in, I'm assuming there's a cell across from him.
You could also just
So I
leave
just-
the room and avoid that entirely. Don't look over here.
What do you mean? oh, sure. Okay, then I'll do that. And I just want a sleight of hand hiding the jar.
I see. Go ahead. Just make a
Yeah.
sleight of hand check.
Ooh, 21.
Okay. Okay, you're unsure, but 21 is a pretty good number.
Okay. I'll set it there, and as I walk out of the room, so the seeing sand, I can basically check in on it at any time, right?
I don't know. Read the item. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can do it once a day.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. Hopefully this isn't a waste, and I make sure it works so I can see him well.
Gotcha. Go ahead and mark off the charge.
Sure.
Eventually, Balefire, you reach Sybil in her room.
Sybil, we met this salamander. That's that told us about I don't even know. It's the craziest thing. You've got to come see it.
What did you take?
How the salamander handed me this potion to get a worm out of my body. Just come with me. Come on. And I grab her hand. Oh, do you have all your weapons?
No, and I think it's best for you to lay down.
No, I'm serious.
And what did the salamander do to get the worm out of you? Did it cast a spell on
I guess. Yeah, I think. Apparently I turned into liquid.
you? Go ask Rondon to make you some tea, and I'll see you in the morning, okay? And she shoves you out of the room and closes the door.
Oh. No, I'm serious. Come on.
No response.
Nothing.
She's
All
not
right. Well,
having it.
you're missing out. And I run back downstairs.
Okay. Okay. Eventually, Kwansang, as you test the seeing sand, you are indeed able to see through it. And
Thank
while
God.
sound is slightly obscured, you can hear enough. It's a little muffled, but it's
Perfect.
fine. And all of you meet back into the audience chamber once more.
Well, Sybil said she didn't want to come with us because she didn't believe me. So we're going to have to go, and we're going to have to experience everything cool so she feels really bad about it when we come back.
Balefire.
Yeah?
You and Sybil, you
Yes.
two fondue?
I haven't had any fondue.
All right. I don't know
Is
how
it
to ask
good?
that question. It's
Dane's never had fondue either.
I come sprinting back and I slide into, and I go, Billfire, where's Sybil?
She didn't believe me.
You guys making out or what?
What?
All right, let's go.
I've
And
never...
I start walking forward.
I want to insight check her reaction to that.
Sure, go ahead.
17.
What do? I don't know.
Well,
With a 17, Balefire, does Dane gain any knowledge about your relationship with Sybil? I mean, as far as like how you're acting, are you hiding
When-
anything? Do you think that
when you said, what? Was that like well, I never. How dare you say such a thing to me?
No, but my cheeks are very like red. You guys can tell I have a little crush on Sybil,
Okay.
but nothing has happened.
So with that, I'll mind link with Quan's thing and say, not yet, not yet. She's working on it, but not yet.
I have impeccable timing.
Quan's thing, you know what making out is?
What?
You know what making out is?
It's when two people eat fondue.
Never made out with the other person in my life then.
As you all are clustered having this conversation, you notice that Pickles has wandered off from your group, and you can see that Samuel and Pickles are engaged in conversation, and there is this different kind of magical bubble that is being created by Samuel. And you can see it's almost like
Running.
gum-like in appearance. And you can see that Pickles jumps on it, and it's almost like squishy. And you can see him like bouncing
cool.
on top of it. And he says, "Hey guys, have you met the pink dude?"
Pickles?
We don't describe people by the color of their skin, Pickles.
It's a good point. Pickles, get down from there.
But this is fun.
Remember the last time when you broke your elbow?
No, and he jumps. And
You're lying. You were in a sling for 2 weeks.
And you can see that Pickles attempts this impossible acrobatic feat, as Honeychew has actually redeemed a roll a d20 for the DM.
Ooh.
So Honeychew, I'll have you type !roll in the chat to see how Pickles fares in this acrobatic feat. Oh no.
What did you roll?
Leap into the air. This graceful acrobatic, like almost like twirl, and this bubble seems to almost shift out of the way, whether it be from the air itself, but Pickles lands on his neck, and you hear this crack as he lands on the ground, and you just hear, "Ah!"
Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! And I just start like crawling across the ground towards Pickles. Come up!
Quickly, we need a spellcaster.
Somebody get Eric Balefire! Dane, you stay the hell away from me!
I'm the only one with healing magic, you dick.
I'd rather let Pickles die than let your dirty hands touch him.
Oh, that was good.
Samuel goes, "Oh shit!" and grabs like you can hear him like fumbling around and like the glass clinking everywhere, and suddenly he just throws the glass vial at Pickles' head and it cracks open, and you can see that Pickles' neck suddenly
What are you doing? You can't
snaps
throw
back
things
into
at a person
place,
with a-
and you can
Oh
see
my
him just
God!
just calm down on the ground and begin to like crawl to the end of the room as his eyes wide and just like experiencing half death from breaking his neck.
Oh my
So it's like the girl from The Ring? What is
Yes, exactly.
Oh no!
See, I told you, Pickles. You're gonna learn a lesson about death through life.
You were right.
Yeah, that I told you to get down from that Bubbles, Pickles.
Well, with
It
that
was
crisis
Honeychew.
averted, and you can see that like more, there's like it's a salamander, but there's some like visual perspiration like happening.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I feel like if we go, you should stay here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Find. Oh God, I forgot his name. Meatwad. What is his name?
Callagast.
Find Callagast and maybe just stay by him. I feel like he's responsible.
Mhm. You can see like his eyes are like bloodshot red, and there's like tears welling up in his eyes, and he's like kind of like holding it back.
Oh,
I-
but what is
I, I grab the water bucket that has some of the jelly or jam in it, and I start to give him a drink.
Okay. He just like buries his face in the bucket, and you can just hear this like the slurping noises like. Pickles has definitely learned a lesson today.
Dude, I want you to know that you just described like my dad's worst fear. Like he would never let us have a trampoline growing up because he was like, "Why would I set you up for death?" So I felt that in my bones.
Thanks,
Oh
Honey
my
Chew.
God. Yeah, that was awesome. That was great.
Oh Lord.
Sometimes the dice decide, and it's fun.
Yeah. Well then, is everyone ready to go? Like clearing their throat, like.
Is it going to be like that?
God, I hope so.
No.
Is this the sort of thing that we pack a bag for, or is it just kind of?
No, you'll be fine the way you are right now. Don't think about it too hard.
We'll be right back.
All right.
You're amazing, just the way you are. Anyways.
All right, I grab Eric's hand. Ready?
Let's do it.
I grab Kwansing's hand. Ready?
Oh, yeah. Never
All right.
back out on an adventure.
Are you gonna grab my hand? Okay. Dane.
Another hand pops out.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I only grabbed the spellcaster's hands.
I'm not even close.
Quanting, you're a spellcaster? Congrats!
I don't know if what I do is considered magic, but
It seems magic to me.
We going on this Salamancy trip.
You can see that that Samuel waves his hand over to the watery sphere, and suddenly the bookcase made out of this kind of like this bark and wood suddenly begins to descend into the puddle below and disappear. And suddenly he kind of like gestures you over to all stand in the puddle itself.
All right, I step forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a step in. Stinks in this brain.
And you can see him close his eyes, uncork a vial which he plucks from one of the various parts on his body, and you can see him beginning to spill it all over this kind of like this localized pond, and he shouts out, "Salamancy Prancis," and you can see that this explosion of pink smoke suddenly clouds your vision, all of you, and you feel as though you are pulled through some strange reality. You all open your eyes and you suddenly feel a little bit different. Your minds feel like themselves, but you open your eyes to this very beautiful looking, almost like a dark cave with this one opening at the top in which moonlight filters in. You can hear the sounds of rushing water, you can see these beautiful glistening stones off in the distance, and you can hear what sounds like these like little chirps and croaks off in the distance, as well as this kind of new kind of sight that you experience. It's almost as if the world itself looks slightly different in color, but you're experiencing what looks like almost like as if the world has a different hue to it, almost like more vibrant colors. Greens are greener, reds are redder, and everything seems to be more saturated, more lively in this place. But it suddenly hits you that it's not the place that's more lively, it's your forms. As you look down to see all of you are these multicolored salamanders.
Very cool.
Lick my eye. Blech.
And you can see all of these other salamanders walking and going about their business. You can see frogs, and toads, and newts, and axolotls, all these different kinds of amphibious and reptilian creatures surrounding you in this beautiful landscape around you. And you begin to see these soft glows, these fireflies around you. And as you're looking out to these fireflies off in the distance, Eric, you can suddenly see that there is one more member of your party who's actually joined you, as you see Borby in a regular size next to you.
Orby. Or, I don't know. I don't know what salamander voices sound like. Do I sound the same?
You sound a little bit more high-pitched, like a little bit more constricted.
Orby!
And he goes, "Hey, what's the matter, champ?" Hey,
Yes!
I'm Borby! And that's where we'll pick up next time, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
Oh, that's so fun.
Gotta
Oh
love
my
it.
God, that was awesome.
Hey!
Matt has been
Bobby.
dreaming of this moment.
My heart. Oh, I can die now.
Oh, boy.
That was so fun. That was a fun session.
Mm-hmm. And none of that ending would have happened if Rondon hadn't picked up the salamander.
That is so cool. Good job, Rondon.
Thanks. Good thing I wanted to pick up a salamander.
Good thing Quantum didn't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smack it against the wall.
He would have gone in there and liquefied the shit out of everyone.
Oh my
I'm
god.
just kidding. He's not like that. Sam,
He seems kind-hearted.
You would have
Here I
figured
was-
that's everyone.
I was thinking about like,
Do this. No.
man, he can have the salamander that'll replace the squirrel that never existed.
yeah. Oh boy.
And would have been Basilisk if I wasn't a terrible egg parent. Anyways,
Oh boy.
that's what I get for being forgetful.
What a
What happened?
weird, short, and fun session. Pickles broke his neck.
Yeah, it was hilarious. That was so funny.
Oh, boy.
Just like Pickles to mess around enough to break his neck.
Gotta learn things the hard way, man.
I did warn him
You did.
about life and death.
Brandon,
Yes.
I just want to draw your attention to the residue transaction that I partook in.
You had to guess the right number, unfortunately.
No,
What are you
not that
talking
one.
about?
Check the chat.
Check the chat.
Huh?
Check the chat.
Chico.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, what you talking about?
The 1,000 creature residue that he spent.
I would like to see the baby.
Show him the baby.
God, okay, I was talking about, or I was thinking, in our chat. Kima! Come here, Kima.
Oh, Kima.
Baby.
You can spend 1,000 residue in chat to get Brandon to give Kima a treat.
Oh,
Kima.
Kima.
I think she's asleep. I'm gonna go bother her. Give me a second.
Kiba, wake the fuck up! I gotta give you a treat.
Jeez, that was aggressive.
Heck, how'd you get that hug emoji? Or whatever they're called on Twitch.
Because I subbed to Honeychew like a cool person.
Oh, nice. That makes sense. That makes sense now. I see it's Honey C, so it's hers. That
Yeah,
now I understand.
I guess you just got to get cool and sub to Honeychew because
Heck, you know I'm not cool. Like, I don't know why you always say that. You know it's not real.
well, get there. Jeez, like you could. It's a possible. It's a possibility. And here you are, just being
I've
lame.
been told my whole life that it's not, so I'm gonna believe them over you.
Wow.
I choose my friends over
I
you.
want to see you.
I don't know why every time, like, so between that and whatever Mac was singing earlier, at the end of the phrase, my brain wants to go do-do-do-do. That's not right.
Oh, Kima.
Kima
Aw.
Key.
Why are you so fat, huh?
Oh, that's
I asked myself that question too.
also
I'm gonna
rude.
take off the virtual background.
There you go, Brennan.
She's so sweet.
Hi.
Oh,
Here's a
Kima.
treat.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Welcome.
Do-do-do-do. All right. Thanks, Brandon, for the game and for the dog.
Yeah. She was sleeping, but she heard treat and she was like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, alright.
You have summoned me.
That's gonna close it out for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Those of you who are still here, those of you who stopped by, and those of you who watch our stuff after the fact, we appreciate all of you. Our sponsor tonight was
Books.
Books.
Books. Anyone got a good rec for a book?
Full
Okay.
Tilt.
I'm reading the Inkheart series again. It's an old favorite of mine, kind of a comfort series. A book series for folks who like books. So
Wow. So if you like books,
Yeah.
read a book.
Chicka
Currently
chicka
reading
boom boom.
It's a good one. Currently reading
Bill
the
likes that one.
Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. Excellent. It's excellent.
We shall return in
2 weeks.
2 weeks' time. To see what the hell is happening with
Right.
Sir Samuel Sander the Salamancer. And to see what's going on within the confines of Forte Verus. Something strange.
Yeah.
Who will break their neck next? We shall find out.
We'll break their neck next.
And in the meantime...
Gibbs.
Mac, do the thing.
Oh, hey, yeah. As always, if you like the art the aardvark and the barky bark, if you like the artwork, that's always in the
call 911.
If you like the artwork that you see in the corner, that is done by Donnie Durdunkleton. You can find him on Twitter at Donnie Durdunk. As well, you can always type in the command at exclamation point artist to see all the artists that contribute to our stream. Like those contributing artists being Stephanie Brown with Offbeat Worlds, she's amazing, and Miley Taniguchi at TannyMaichi on Instagram. Again, also amazing. So give them a follow, give them a like, and if you like their work, give them a commission. It's always nice to do that. As well, our theme music is by Aiden Chan. You can find him on Twitter and on Instagram at, I believe, Aiden Chan and Dungeon Maestro. So give him a follow too. He's also on YouTube. Check out the rest of their stuff. It's amazing. Go, Tyler.
Have I ever told you guys about how Aiden Chan sends me stuff on TikTok, but it's always an accident somehow?
No.
Like
that's
once
hilarious.
a month, I'll get an inbox thing from Aiden Chan, and it's just this random video. One of them was like my white friends when they come over for Korean food or something. And
Maybe
I was
it's not an
like,
accident. Maybe he's just trying to, like... chill.
no, but I was like, oh, hey, this is funny. And he was like, I have no idea when or how I sent this to you.
That's
And he just
awkward.
stopped falling asleep with his app open. Like, apparently, man.
That's
Super
funny.
awkward. Also, shout out to Honey Chew. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you, Honey Chew. You rock.
You're so wholesome.
Yee.
We appreciate you.
We look forward to the day when there's other people in chat for you to talk to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Farewell, and have a pleasant tomorrow.